Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Nobody hear me?
It didn't help.
Okay, are we ready, Doug? We go on the record?
I thought you heard me. Yes, we're ready to go. We can go on the record right now.
Okay, thank you. Okay, good morning, everybody. Today is Tuesday, March 21st, 2023. It's approximately 10 o'clock a.m. My name is Christine Burke. I'm a public utility law judge with the Maryland Public Service Commission. We're here today for an evidentiary hearing in case number 9505Q, which is captioned the continuing investigation of electric and purchase power cost adjustment charges of the Hagerstown Municipal Electric Light Plant. Can I please have appearances of counsel, starting with counsel for the company?
Yes, good morning, Your Honor. My name is Tom Rudebush of the law firm of Duncan Weinberg, Ginsburg, and Pembroke, appearing on behalf of the Hagerstown Light Department.
Morning.
With me is Nathan, who's the electric department superintendent.
Is that you with the where the feedback's coming from? I think you're signed in twice.
Your Honor, I think it's me, but I can't find anything to turn off that will make it better.
You're signed in twice. Hold on.
That sounds better, Your Honor.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm going to mute you. Hold on. There we go. So you're muted. I'll have to unmute you. Can you unmute? I think she froze.
Unmuted. I should be unmuted now, but I'll just stay muted except when I should be talking.
Okay. For Office of People's Counsel.
Morning, Your Honor. Michael Sammartino on behalf of Office of People's Counsel. And I'd also like to enter the appearance of Mr. Ryan Shu.
Okay, thank you. Good morning. And for staff.
Morning, Your Honor. Annette Garofalo on behalf of Commission staff.
And is Ms. Alexander present today? I think I see her here. Good morning.
She is.
Thank you. For Hagerstown, Mr. Rudebush, do you want to, you have anything to enter preliminarily?
I do, Your Honor. Thank you. I like to have marked as HLD1 the certificate of publication in the newspaper, which was filed as mail log number 301513.
And that was filed February 27th, I believe.
That's
Is there any
correct.
objection to that being admitted to the record?
No objection, Your Honor.
No objection.
Thank you. That'll be marked and entered into the record as HLD Exhibit 1. Is there anything that the company has to provide as far as testimony?
Your Honor, I'd like to call Mr. Freitiger to the stand for
Okay.
testimony.
Mr. Freitiger, could you please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm under the penalties of perjury that the testimony you're about to give is the truth?
I do, Your Honor.
Okay.
Your Honor, I'd like to have marked as an exhibit HLD2 a worksheet that was entered into, that was filed on February 2nd as mail log number 301148. And if I might dare attempt it, I'll try to share my screen if that would work.
Okay.
To do that, I think you need somebody.
Yep. I can make you a presenter. Okay. Are you able to do it?
No, I get a message that says cannot share content
Oh,
unless that makes you the presenter. So I guess it's not. Oh, I'm on twice. Maybe that's what the.
yes, you are as well. Yes, I see you here twice. Let me, hold on. I'll try it here. Did that work?
I think so.
Yes.
Very good. Okay. Mr. Fryer, could you state your name and your business address?
Nathan Frodinger, Hagerstown Light Department, 425 East Baltimore Street, Hagerstown, Maryland, 21740.
Thank you. And what is your position?
The Electric Operations Manager for the department.
And are you familiar with the document that's on the screen?
Yes, I am.
Was it prepared by you?
It was.
And did you file this document on February 2nd with the commission?
I did.
And this was mail log 301148?
That is correct.
So looking at the document, line 1, what does line 1 represent?
So line 1 represents the remaining credit due to customers as a result of the ACA and what the ACA was designed to credit customers in the year 2022.
And that's shown on page 2 of this document, which I'm not going to try to share, but it is the derivation of that number shown on page 2 of this document. Is that correct?
That is correct.
I'm looking at line 2. Can you tell us what line 2 represents?
So line 2 would represent the overcollection of funds for calendar year 2022 as a result of the monthly purchase power cost adjustment calculation.
And that derivation is shown on page 3 of this document. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Turning to line 3, can you tell us what line 3 represents?
So line 3 represents the combination of line 1 and 2, the additional credit due and the overcollection of funds.
Thank you. And I can see line 4 says it's the estimated kilowatt hour sales for 2023. Can you tell us how that was derived?
It's derived from the actual calendar 2022.
Thank you. And so line 5 represents what year?
Line
Can you
5, I'm sorry.
Can you tell us what line 5 is?
Yes. So line 5 would be the dollar per kilowatt hour credit applied to customers' bills for the that would be the new ACA factor for the calendar year 2023, beginning February of 2023 through January of 2024.
And that's the 0.00336?
Correct. Negative 0.00336. Correct.
Thank you. I have no further questions, Your Honor. I'd like to move Exhibit HLD2 into evidence.
Is there any objection to admitting HLD2 into the record?
No objection to it being admitted subject to cross-examination.
Okay, any objection, Mr. Sammartino?
No objection, Your Honor.
Okay, that will be moved into the record as HLD Exhibit 2.
The witness is tendered for cross-examination, Your Honor.
Mr. Sammartino, do you have any questions?
Your Honor, OPC doesn't have any questions for this witness.
Okay. Ms. Garofalo?
Good morning, Mr. Fittinger.
I can't deal with that. That's not going to be a good recording.
Is there a way that you can get that second login closed or sign out perhaps and sign back in?
I can't find any. I'll try again.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, but I just can't
Oh,
deal with it. I can't get it.
it's awful.
That better?
Yes,
I
much
found
better.
it was at the bottom of my screen.
There you go. We can, much better.
Okay. I could not read the numbers on this, Mr. Fritinger, and I just want to make sure I can understand. Does this result in a different summary than we have received to date in this case?
No, this is the same work papers that were filed on February 2nd.
And would this require, if we agreed with the work papers, would this require a change in staff's testimony?
It would not.
Okay, thank you. No more questions, Your Honor.
Mr. Fritinger, I just had a couple questions. The amount that of net over recovery this year is approximately double of last year's filing. Are there going to be any adjustments going forward to get closer so it's not such a large over recovery? Or if you could also maybe expound on maybe what the reasons why?
I suppose the reasons why, each year is based on kilowatt hour sales projected for the following year, and of course those numbers are difficult to project due to weather and actual customer usage. Why it's double, I don't have an explanation up front. Without looking back at the kilowatt hour sales and maybe determining additional customers that have come online unexpectedly from the time the work papers were created, could possibly be a result.
I noted in staff's testimony, there was a decrease in energy usage overall, 5.3% decrease. Would that be part of the reason perhaps?
That could be part of the reason.
The power service agreement with Energy Harbor is set to expire next year in May, is that correct?
Correct. May 31, 2024.
Okay. Is there a procurement process for Hagerstown to either renew that or look for another power service agreement?
Yes, we're beginning that process now.
Okay. Are there any questions in light of my questions?
No, Your Honor.
No questions, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I do have just one brief question for this witness.
Okay.
Mr. Fritinger, I'd just like you to explain a little bit more on how the company makes its sales projections for the forecasted year.
Well, using these work papers, we simply look at the kilowatt hour sales from the like this year, for example, the total kilowatt hour sales for calendar year 2022 was used to determine the projected kilowatt hour sales for 2023. We don't expect any huge increase in usage. Sometimes things come up after the hearing where customers come online and result in additional use, but right now none are expected. Our service territory is set by the commission. We cannot expand and grow. So using the previous year's kilowatt hour sales has been standard for these for these calculations over the years.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have no further questions.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Fredinger.
Thank you.
Is there anything else from the company?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Sammartino, do you have any witnesses?
OPC has no witnesses, Your Honor.
Ms. Garofalo?
Yes, Your Honor, staff would call Ms. Alexander to the stand.
Okay, Ms. Alexander, could you please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm under the penalties of perjury that the testimony you're about to give is the truth?
Yes, I do.
Great. Thank you. Please go ahead.
Morning, Ms. Alexander.
Good morning.
Ms. Alexander, do you have with you a document entitled Direct Testimony of Tanyika Alexander dated March 17th, consisting of a cover page, 10 pages of text, and one attachment?
I do.
Do you have any changes or corrections you would like to make to this document at this time?
Yes, I do. Okay, so those changes would be on beginning page 8. Or I guess I should say, yeah, so which it would be page 8, the first paragraph, the very last line. It should read mail log number 301148. In that next paragraph on the same page, page 8, we're talking about the impact of the ACA factor change. It should read 863 kilowatt hours. And there's another placing later in that sentence for 863, and it should read kilowatt hours instead of therms. That is the correction. On page 9, I would like to update the amendment number in the first paragraph. It should read amendment number 6, executed August 27, 2019. In that second section, we definitely need to change that amendment number as well. Amendment number 6, executed August 27, 2019. And one more correction. It would be in that earlier paragraph. This was regarding the contract in case number 9505, N and as in Nancy.
Just so I understand, Ms. Alexander, so in the question that says, are there amendments to the PSA with Energy Harbor LLC due to become effective in the 2023 review period? Should that question remain as is?
That question should remain as is.
And so the correction you were just giving us, is that in the paragraph that it is at the top of page 9?
Yes, that is. So that is the response to how does Hagerstown satisfy its energy requirements? And so where the sentence begins, staff reviewed the reasonableness of the procurement of this contract. It should read case number 9505, N as in Nancy, with the contract execution date of August 27, 2019, according to amendment number 6.
And you said 27th, correct? Not 20.
Yes, August 27th, 2019.
So then the next correct question would be, it's executed August 27th, 2019, right?
That's correct. And the following question as well. I need to make that consistent with amendment number 6, executed August 27, 2019. And that's it for me.
Thank you. So if I were to ask you the questions in this testimony today, with the corrections that you've made, would your answers be the same?
Yes,
So you adopt this as your sworn testimony for the purposes of this case?
it is.
Thank you. Your Honor, I have no more questions. I would ask that the document as amended be marked as Staff Exhibit 1.
So marked. Is there any
And,
objection? Oh, go ahead. You're going to move it. Ask to move.
Yes, I would ask that it be moved into evidence subject to process.
Is there any objection to Staff's Exhibit 1 being moved into the record?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
Thank you. The sworn testimony of Ms. Alexander with corrections will be marked as and entered as Staff's Exhibit 1.
Your Honor, I'd like to ask my witness one question in light of the introduction of Mr. Of the company's document.
Okay.
So Ms. Alexander, have you reviewed the company's document?
Yes, I have. I reviewed the documents and I do agree that it is reasonable.
And it doesn't cause any changes in your recommendation, does it?
No, I actually was able to create my recommendations based on this update.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I have no further questions, Your Honor. Witness is available for cross-examination.
Are there any questions from counsel? Cross-examination?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Sammartino?
No, Your Honor.
I don't have any questions for Ms. Alexander either. Thank you.
Your Honor, staff has no additional witnesses.
Yeah. Thank you. If there's nothing else, I think that we can and conclude today's hearing. I appreciate everybody's participation today. Thank you. We can go off the record.
Thank you, Your Honor.
We're off the record, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I hope to meet in person.
Someday.